What is going on, folks? Carolina Dad here. I am back with my playoff predictions. Feels so good not sitting here having to worry about a Panthers game. Well, I guess it doesn't, because I would love to be worrying about a Panthers game and the Panthers in the playoffs, but that's not the case. I thought I'd have a little bit of fun and predict the games, and I shouldn't have done what I'm doing now, which is look at the spreads and the lines. And I should have just went off my gut, but it's too late. I saw the lines, I got them right in front of me, looking at the odds, and I'm going to use that to influence my decision, or at least maybe I will. We'll see. Next week, we've got the Baltimore Ravens on the schedule, and I am going to be bringing on Nolan for my first official guest to talk through the Ravens, their opportunity. He's saying Super Bowl. They're going to make it to the Super Bowl. I think I'm in his camp. I think they're going to make a good run. We'll see. Still a lot of ball games to go, but hey, we'll start. All right, folks, I'm going to predict it. This is not like your typical Panthers breakdown with injury reports and stats and all that fun stuff. This is just like, hey, it's who I think is going to win. First up, Cleveland and Houston. Houston, really big win to get into the playoffs. This is a home game for the Houston Texans. Cleveland is favored in this game by 2 points, which shows that it's going to be close. I feel like Houston's going to be rocking only because I follow a Houston reporter that was originally with the Panthers, and he moved to Houston, and now he covers Houston, so I see a lot of Houston stuff. I just never unfollowed him. And it's hard for me to pick against Houston at home, but I think about how well Cleveland has played, even with Joe Flacco. The thing about Cleveland is they turn the ball over. They turn the ball over a lot, and it's very hard for me to imagine. It's like, do I think they're going to turn it over too much, and or is Houston going to be able to capitalize on that? For this game, and I'm not going to give you points or predictions, I'm just picking straight up, like this, at least this week. Maybe next week we'll get a little more advanced. I want to pick Houston, but I feel like they're going to pull it off. I do feel like Houston's going to go on a run, but I just can't. I'm going to pick the Cleveland Browns to win. I guess you'd call it an upset. It should be a really good game. Next on the list, we have Miami and Kansas City. Miami Dolphins, Kansas City. Snow, wind chill of like negative 30 degrees there at Arrowhead. A lot of injuries piling up on the defensive side of the ball for the Miami Dolphins. Kansas City is not the Kansas City that they have been over the past 2 or 3 years. I don't know. It's hard for me to pick against that home environment. I think Miami can get it done, but I saw them fumble this away at home against the Buffalo Bills. I mean, if I'm measuring, I do think Buffalo is a better team than Kansas City right now. Buffalo has been really hot, but I think the travel element going from Miami, Florida to Kansas City and negative 30 wind chills, I think the veteran team, and again, this is another one where I feel like I should be picking Miami to win this game, but I'm not. I am going to take Kansas City, so I've got Kansas City winning that. Moves us into the Sunday slate, starting with Pittsburgh and Buffalo. TJ Watt is out for Pittsburgh. I talk about Alex Highsmith, Wilmington native, on the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't think they can get it done. I shouldn't say nobody. The Pittsburgh Steelers are not going to be the team that stops the Buffalo Bills. This is going to be, they're 9.5-point favorites. I do think Pittsburgh covers that spread, but I am taking Buffalo. Again, not picking predictions and all that, or numbers, but Buffalo wins. Really good matchup coming in with Green Bay and the Dallas Cowboys, the Mike McCarthy reunion. Dallas is a touchdown favorite. Green Bay is a sneaky good team. Didn't win the division this year, but Jordan Love, heck of a rookie. Not really rookie. I say rookie meaning first real season for him. No, he's not a rookie. They've looked good, but then I think about the Panthers team that played them when they were on the road, and it was a 3-point game coming down to the end on Christmas Eve. Dallas feels like they're on a mission this year. Dak Prescott has been playing really good football. 7 points. I think Green Bay could cover that. I Then again, there's some games where Dallas plays really well at home. So maybe they don't. I don't think they could. But anyways, I'm taking Dallas. Brings us into the nightcap on Sunday, which is the Los Angeles Rams and Detroit Lions. Detroit is a 3-point favorite. We got another reunion game. Good old Matthew Stafford going home to Detroit. What a game. If you could have scripted these two, really good games. This one's tough because Los Angeles is another team, I call them sneaky good, but a team that's been playing well, team that's won in the playoffs. They know how to win in the playoffs, and you have a Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Puka, all the offensive skill set, weapons. Then I look back and I'm like, well, Detroit, is this Detroit's year? I think, they win the division for the first time in 30 plus years, make the playoffs, all that. I think they do get over the hump. I think they figure out a way to win this, and I'm going to pick Detroit to take this one. Finally, Monday night, we have Philadelphia and Tampa Bay. What a wild game to predict. Baker Mayfield looked terrible, but guess what? When you play the Panthers, you don't have to look great. It's hard for me to imagine Philadelphia losing this, but if you think about how they closed out the season against the Giants and just how they've looked down the stretch, this is a game that Tampa Bay could win, even though Philly is a 3-point favorite. It's going to be like, can the Eagles figure this out? I think Jalen Hurts, his fingers are banged up, but it sounds like he's going to be able to play and he's going to be okay. I think as I look at all these, as far as an upset, this is the one I am going to pick. I think Philly could win. I think Philly's going to win this, but it's another one. I'm going to take Tampa Bay. I'm going to pick Tampa Bay in an upset over Philly just for the NFC South. They're 9-8. Haven't looked fantastic, but if I'm going to pick an upset, this is the upset that I'm going to pick. I'm going to take it and roll with it. All right, y'all. Next week, again, I'm going to be back with Nolan. We're going to talk about the Ravens and the other matchups that come along as we go through the playoffs. See y'all.